ABC Sports presents High School Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Southeastern Med, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, Papa John's Pizza, Doan Ford, the Farmers and Merchants Bank, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, and WB Green Insurance.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic, the inaugural season of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic to start the 2020 basketball season. Bill Kafuri along with John Valentine here at Gene Ford Court, and it has been a whole day of basketball, Johnny, and what better way to start the season than to honor a legend?
It sure is, and you know, a nice crowd here to honor Coach Ford. It's a great thing for the community, and certainly to remember Coach Ford, and really happy that we have a chance to finally do something in his honor.
Today's game here on WWKC, actually game 3 of the day. There's been a couple of junior varsity games, an earlier contest between, I believe,
Tuskegee
and Shenandoah.
Shenandoah
coming from behind and winning that one 67-66. Bobcats hosting the Indian Valley Braves tonight, a team they haven't played since about 2008, 2009. This game being streamed tonight on YRP TV on YouTube and on our ABC Facebook page. So we invite you to stay tuned and join in then. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. We're going to have an interview tonight with Gene Ford's grandson, Darren Ford, who's in the house representing the Ford family, and a lot more basketball to come. So stay tuned. High school basketball coming up right after this. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back on WWKC for this evening's final game of day one of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Bill Kafuri, Johnny Valentine in the press box tonight at Gene Ford Court. Actually, game 4 today. We've had a couple of junior varsity contests. An earlier varsity contest where Shenandoah pulled out a win over Tusky Valley, 67-66, and now the Cambridge Bobcats hosting the Indian Valley Braves. And it's been a long day, but a very good day of basketball, and culminating in here with the blue and white going. And we talked on the streaming video. If you're just listening to us on the radio, this game's being streamed. And Johnny, we talked earlier about what a better way to start a basketball season and honor a legend in basketball than to have a classic like this and let teams start it out, especially the teams that he's got the connection with.
Right, and so basically the thought process was, we need to honor Coach Ford in some way, and obviously we have Coach Ford Court, and, obviously he was a staple in the community, but how can we do that from a basketball-related situation, right? So we thought, what, let's have this tip-off classic, which a lot of schools have some kind of, tip-off kind of thing where they invite some other teams. But so the connection is basically the teams that Coach Ford have been affiliated with over the years. Being from the Midvale area and playing for Indian Valley and coaching at Tusky Valley and coaching at Shenandoah. So the thought process was get those 4 teams together, have kind of a round-robin situation and an opportunity to come together and celebrate the game of basketball and certainly Coach Ford.
And, like you said, what better way to do that than to have these teams that he's either played for or coached at all come in at the beginning of the season. And although he's most known for his years at Cambridge, where the bulk of his 400 victories came, but he does have a connection to each one of these.
Yeah, he's most known around here from coaching at Cambridge. Right. But you go up north and you say Coach Ford, and they're all going to say, we remember him playing and what kind of a player he was from up here. So it just kind of depends on where you're at in the state. But, across the state, most people remember him from a coaching perspective, but even from a playing perspective over at Muskingum as well. So, I hear that a lot around the state. But really a neat atmosphere, a neat way to kick off the season and to honor such a legend.
Yeah, today's games, of course, Shenandoah taking on Tusky Valley earlier. The Bobcats taking on Indian Valley this evening. Tomorrow those games will be flipped a little bit, and Shenandoah at Indian Valley, and then the Bobcats will be taking on Tusky Valley in the nightcap game tomorrow night. So lots more basketball still to come tomorrow, but they will also, in between the varsity games tomorrow, be honoring kids with scholarships for college as well.
Yeah, and, we love high school sports because it gives the kids an outlet and it gives us a chance to experience those things. But really we do this for a couple reasons, and one is from a teaching perspective, and really we need to spend more time with our kids from an academic standpoint. So, the scholarship program in Coach Ford's honor certainly is just icing on the cake for the Tip-Off Classic.
It's been a while since the Bobcats have played Indian Valley. Used to be in a league together several years ago, and the Cats' all-time record versus Indian Valley, 22-4, but it's been almost a dozen years. 2000, 2007, and 8 was the last time that these two teams met, and actually the Braves won both games that season.
Yeah, and that could have been the first year of their consolidation, maybe, because if you remember, it used to be Indian Valley North and Indian Valley South. So, and when they were in the league, I believe that they were both separated at that point.
It was still. I think that's when they were consolidated. Yeah. It was Indian Valley then, and they played in what was it, the East Central Ohio League initially there.
Just for a couple of years.
For a couple of years. I remember football games up there, calling some games football and basketball wise, but now, via this tournament, we'll have them kind of back in Gene Ford territory, if you will. And, of course, we know a little bit about the Bobcats. They've got several returning starters from last year, actually 4 returning starters in Caleb Bond, Dom Cork, and Sean Perkins, Brock Valentine. Those 4 guys coming back, and a few other support players this year. But we don't know a lot about Indian Valley, but you've been breaking down film at the ABC World Headquarters all week.
And in fact, Indian Valley's coming off of a tough season. They only won 4 games really last year, and a size school very, very similar to Cambridge. So it's kind of surprising. And they've had a lot of athletes there, especially the last several years.
They're
from
real good
from
in
a football
yeah.
perspective, and maybe it just didn't carry over to basketball last year. But Coach Herman's been there a long time, and he's had this as a winning program, so I'm sure he'll get that turned around. But they've got some guys back from last year's team. One player in particular, was a second-team District 5 selection. So they've got some guys that can play. They're pretty aggressive on defense, and, they like to get up and down the floor. They like to put pressure on you. So you're seeing now in high school basketball a heck of a lot more than you used to. They're not afraid to shoot either. So even some of the bigger guys like to put the ball up in the air. So I think you'll see a little up and down game tonight. I know the Bobcats plan to do that a little bit more than what they have in the past, get up and down the floor and shoot the long ball as well. So we're in for a pretty interesting game. It'll be neat to see some of the young guys for Cambridge, to see who's in that mix with 4 returning starters and really 3 of them, 6'4" and higher. You would assume that we're going to have a little bit more of an inside game, but I'm thinking we're going to be able to shoot the ball from deep as well.
Yeah, the Cats got some outside shooters, as you said, strong inside, and when you just look at the lineups to begin with, the Cats look like they may have an advantage inside, and that might be one of those things where you have to take what you have, and that's pounded inside. We'll see if that's the case as the Cats host the Indian Valley Braves tonight as day 1 of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic comes to close. It certainly has been a wild day. As we said earlier, game today, Shenandoah down 10 early in the second half. They make a great comeback, go up 7, then go behind again and pull it out at the end, 67-65, an exciting game, and we're hoping for much of the same here in tonight's final game of the day. We invite you to stay tuned, get yourself ready, and the tip-off for this game coming up right after these messages.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Cambridge High School for the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Tonight's matchup will feature the Braves from Indian Valley High School and the Bobcats from Cambridge High School. Now, to honor America, please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Indian Valley High School. Number 4, Grant Shooting. Number 5, Sam Cayley. Number 22, Lucas Hagan. Number 23, Isaac Klausner. And number 34, Carter Baker. The Braves are coached by James Herman. And now for your home team, the Cambridge Bobcats. Number 1, Caleb Vaughn.
Back at Gene Ford Court for tonight's final game of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. The Bobcats hosting the Indian Valley Braves. Boca Fury, John Valentine. Here with you this evening as the starting lineup being introduced. Grant Schutte, 5'11", senior. Sam Cawley, 6'4", senior. Lucas Hagan, 6'1", junior. Isaac Klassner, 6'1", sophomore. And Carter Baker, 5'11", senior for the Braves. For the Bobcats, Caleb Bond, returning letterman at 5'11", a junior. Sean Perkins, 6'5", senior. Great athlete. He can play a little bit of everything. Dominic Cork, 6'6", senior. 6'5", senior. Brock Valentine, and 6'1", freshman. And I guess you have to say the coach's son, Colton Slaughter. And, you know, the coach's son, and probably grew up in the gym, been in the gym, spent time in the gym, and everybody has an expectation. For when you say it's the coach's son, there is an expectation, and as a freshman, you better live up to that, right?
Well, you got a lot of pressure on your shoulders, no doubt about it. But the good part about it is that even though, you know, he's being thrown into the starting lineup, he's got 4 returning starters and 3 of them seniors, and they're all big bodies that can play ball. So it takes a little bit more pressure off of him.
Makes it a little easier.
Yes.
Perkins and Cawley in the center. Cawley will tap it twice, and the Braves will control the opening tip. Out on top. And Schutte penetrate, kicks it out. 3 ball in the air. Touching.
Number 22,
Isaac Klassner with that 3. And a good inside-out look. Man-to-man defense as Perkins out on top. Running the point here. Sets it up right side to Bond. Swings it back around left side now. Perkins looks in the post. Nobody there. Takes a nice pick from Valentine off that all the way to the hoop. Scoops it up. Missed it, but Valentine there to clean it up. Getting the stick back. And the Cats trail at 3-2. Both teams score in their opening possession. Shooting in the backcourt against Bond. Beats him across the timeline. Cats trying to trap him, do so. He'll swing it back out on top. Klassner just knocked it down, hands it off. Hagan takes it to the glass, kicks it inside out again. Klassner rims it in and out this time. Rebounded by the Cats and pushed up ahead. And inside out pass, left side, 3 ball. Put up by Slaughter, and that's over everything. And pulled down by the Braves. They'll slow it down. 3-2 in Valley early on. As both teams trying to work out the early jitters here. Klassner, inside feed. Stuck under the basket. Shot rejected by Cork as Sam Cawley tried to sneak one up over top of him. And Cork's had a few of those in his career.
He's had a lot of those.
We're looking at some of his stats here. He just needs a few more coming up.
That's number 42 in his career. Good for number 7 all time.
Flash in the paint that time by Hagan. No good. Cork with the rebound. Pushed ahead to Bond. He'll push it up the right side. Top of the key. Hand it off to Cork. Passed up the 3. Top of the key. Left side. Slaughter back to Cork. This time he'll use the dribble. Spin down the lane. Put it up off the glass and rattle it in. That's an element of Cork's game we didn't see much of last year. The ability to score off the dribble.
Well, as I told you before we got on air, he can handle the ball. He always has been able to handle the ball for a big guy, so you'll see more of that.
Carter Baker skips it across, 3 ball, off and in the air. Hagan, and that long rebound comes down to Bond, and he'll race it up 2-on-2. A little hesitation, scoop it up and in. Caleb Bond puts the Cats on top, 6-3. 5.5 left, opening period. Bond wearing the new do this year. Last year he had the flop mop. Cats trying to come up with a steal, and they will. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Slaughter. Swings it to Bond, his 3 off the mark, and the rebound comes back down to the Braves. And Hagan will hand it off to Schutte. Cats trap him at half court. Slaughter with the steal and the easy deuce. Soon the Cats extend their lead. Colton Slaughter's first varsity basket is a 2. Bet a lot of people would have bet it would have been a 3.
I don't know how many 2s he's going to shoot, but he gets the first one.
8-3, Cats ahead, under 5 to play. 3 ball from the corner, in and out by Schutte. And the rebound comes down to Cork, but tapped out of his hands and back inside. Carter blew the layup. Loose ball on the floor on the rebound, and the Braves come up with it again. Schutte, right side to Carter. He'll take that 15-footer and miss it again. Braves cannot buy a basket after that opening three. Bond with the rebound and the push. Down low to Valentine, and on the reach-in, it will be a baseline out for the Bobcats as Carter Baker picked up his first foul, first of the night. 4.5 left, and the Cats make substitutions. Caleb Moore in the game for the first time, and also Parker Long. Long 5'10 junior. Moore got a little varsity action last year as a freshman. He's 5'10 and a sophomore. Perkins trying to drive baseline, had it knocked out of his hand. Turnover. Cats will trap the Braves in the backcourt, and a travel on Lucas Hagan. He got caught between Parker Long and the long arms of Sean Perkins and tried to shuffle his way through them.
That's a lot of length right there. Getting trapped in the corner. Parker's a pretty athletic kid. He's in here to put some pressure on him and play some defense, and Perkins is pretty long as well.
Moore finally gets it in out on top to Perkins. He'll use the dribble down the lane, spin move, go up in the air, hand it off to Moore. Moore slashes to the basket, and he got bailed out with a foul. He was a little out of control there, but he'll find himself heading to the foul line and shooting two.
Yeah, a little out of control, but the key is getting to the hole. We need to be able to get the ball to the hole and not just settle for threes.
Cats attacking the basket here in a little bit smaller lineup with that last substitution. Both Cork and Valentine sitting down, so the Cats go smaller and quicker with that.
Yeah, smaller and quicker, and the plan would be to put more pressure. You see we're up in their face on the inbound, so we're going to be able to put more pressure with the speed that we have on the floor.
Moore misses on his first attempt. 8-3, Cats on top, 4:14 left. And the second one, nothing but net. And the Cats extend their lead to 6 points and pick up full court. Inbounds, Klassner. Right side, Cats bring the trap at him, picked up his dribble out ahead to Schutte. Finds the open man, and they'll beat the Cats back for an easy layup that time. Lucas Hagan, the recipient, as Cambridge didn't rotate anyone back. And it's 9-5.
Yeah, and just watching the scrimmages on tape, that's been our issue with running this higher, quicker paced offense and defense is not getting back in position.
Nice head and shoulders fake, took it to the hoop, used the left hand, but didn't get the roll. And now comes up with the steal and keeps it alive. Inside and layup, no good by Owen Feldner, who just checked in, but they're kept alive again by the Bobcats. And Bond with it, gets it to Moore in the corner, out of the trap. He'll take the deep three left side. Bond firing away at the basket, and again the Cats can't get it. Schutte with the rebound. Out ahead to Baker. Cats not hesitating to get it up in the air. Schutte penetrates, hands it off, and dishes it to Sam Colley, and the Cats will burn the timeout. No defense there as it's 9-7 Cambridge with 3:11 left in the opening period. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
What is a cooperative? A cooperative like Guernsey Muskingum Electric is your local rural electric provider. The owners are not investors on Wall Street. They are actual members using the electricity. Decisions are made by local directors who know, listen, and care about their neighbors. A cooperative is not driven by profit or stock prices. Instead, they are driven by providing safe, reliable electricity at a reasonable price. That's the cooperative difference. Guernsey Muskingum Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Cambridge High School, 9-7. Cambridge on top with 3:11 left here in the opening period. Bobcat timeout after taking a 9-3 lead. Cats beating full court pressure here. Long back out on top to Bond. Right side, Moore. Trying to get it down low to Dom Cork. Not there. Feldner penetrates, finds Cork. He'll take it up, and a travel call. Cork trying to get a little space here. Cats will sub back in. Slaughter, Valentine, and Perkins.
Jimmy Jones, number 50, checks back in for the Cats.
Cats will go about 8 deep, but those three guys that come in, it's just to give guys a break.
Yeah, give guys a break, but turn up the tempo as well, because each one of those guys can put some pressure on the ball and get up and down the floor.
9-7 Cats, 2:45 left here. Schutte brings it across the timeline. Braves led it early 3-0. Haven't led since. Kick to the corner. There's the 3 ball from the corner again from the Braves. Gavin Henry. Another by Schutte, top of the key as they got the rebound again. And the Cats still unable to control those rebounds. And the one thing about long shot threes is you get long rebounds.
Right.
And even though the Cats have a size advantage, they're not getting to the ball quickly.
Yeah, and we missed out on a rebound because of that right there.
Schutte, cross-court pass stolen by Cork. He'll take it coast to coast, take it up, and hammer it home. No doubt about that one.
That's a high percentage shot right there.
Yeah, 11-7. Bobcats with the lead. And, of course, if you had a full house of students, that would have got them on their feet. Schutte with the backdoor layup. His first bucket of the night. Keeps it tight, 11-9 Cambridge, under 2 left in the first quarter. Bond to Slaughter, trying to feed it inside. His pass stolen away, intended for Dominic Cork. And the Braves have a chance here to take the lead. 3 ball, right wing, off the mark by Hagan. Rebound for the Cats, outletted ahead. Perkins in the paint, left hand, left it short, but traveled again. He took one extra step to try to buy himself space. And the Cats are going to burn their second timeout of this opening period. 1:36 left. We'll take it with them. 11-9 Cambridge back in 30.
First by Farm Credit Mid-America. Financing available for lots and land. Contact James Klein at their location on Whitaker Road, Cambridge.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Back at Coach Ford Court for the Tip-Off Classic. 11-9 Cats, but the Braves with the ball. Bobcats on another timeout here to, I think, maybe calm things down a little bit. They're trying to go a little too fast. Trapping out on top. Schutte steps through that, takes it to the hoop, then looks backwards, finds Cawley back there. And a travel called on the Braves. Cats have had a few of those themselves. And, you know, if we look back to the Bobcats last year, one of the Achilles heel of that team a year ago was turnovers. And they've had a few here early tonight.
Yeah, and we're speeding up way too fast early on. And I know that was his design, you know, to start the game to do that. But we got to slow down and take advantage of our size.
Nice feed down low to Valentine, and he uses his body and his strength to take it up, knock it in, and one. And right now, that's the mismatch on the floor. The Braves don't have anybody that's going to match up with Brock Valentine down on the low block there.
Yeah, and you'll see as the season goes on, it's going to be tough to find anybody that's going to be able to match up with him, Cork, or Perkins, really down low.
And normally shooting the free throw pretty well, but Perkins will bail him out on the miss, picking up the rebound. Down low this time to Cork. Fakes to the middle, kicks it back out. Perkins 3 from the corner. Cha-ching! And that's a good inside-out look there.
Sure was.
And the Cats extend their lead. It was 2 a moment ago. It's now 16-9. Under a minute to play. Schutte uses the left hand, top of the key. Now the trap. Down low, kicks it out. And the drive to the basket by Henry. Can't get anything there. Cameron Anderson into the game. We'll kick it back out on top to Schutte. Splits defenders. Over to Hagan.
And Hagan's is their returning shooter. He likes to shoot the ball from down
the lane. Hagan lays it up and one. There's a little give and go and threw it to the corner, got it back, laid it in. And the foul on the Bobcats, Caden Moore. His first, just the first on the Bobcats. And that will send Hagan to the line for the three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, as I was saying, when he gets the ball, he's their returning player. He's a District 2 nominee. He's their leading scorer coming back, and he can shoot the ball, and he likes to shoot the ball from the three-point line as well.
He's got 5 in the first quarter, 16-12 Cats. Little pressure by the Braves. They drop it off. Cambridge across the timeline. Gets it to Cork down low. Back out to Slaughter. Deep 3. Off the mark. left wing, pulled down by Klassner. He'll run the fast break, and the ball got away from the Braves there as Gavin Henry tried to maybe pass it one too many times. Right back to the Cats with 7.3 left here in the opening period, leading 16-12. Have to get it down the floor and up in a hurry. Moore takes it, gets it right back to Perkins. Up ahead, Court, right corner to Moore. Or check that, Bond at the buzzer. No. As the Cats will take the lead at the end of one, 16-12. We'll take the break and be back right after this.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Back at Cambridge. Actually, Game 4 today of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Invite you to stay tuned at halftime. We'll have an interview with Darren Ford, Gene Ford's grandson, yes, Gino Ford's son, Dustin Ford's nephew.
There's been a lot of Fords coming through here, bro.
Now, that ain't the half of it.
No, there's a lot more than that, that's for sure.
16-12 into one. A little sloppy play, and we talked in the first game how
we knew
first game of the season, you're going to have some sloppy play, trying to get guys to calm down, slow the game down a little bit.
And we knew that Cambridge was going to come out like that too and try to speed the pace up, so you assume that some of those were going to come. Hopefully we'll slow down a little bit as this game goes on and build on our lead.
Cats with the ball. Perkins feeds it down low. Valentine to the hoop, lays it up and in, and that's almost a guaranteed hoop when he gets that close.
Yeah, that was great movement there. These two played together for a long time. They know each other real well.
He uses that little body pretty well.
Yeah, that little body does come into play.
He does. He does a nice job of blocking defenders. Cats trap out on top. The give and go down the lane comes Wells as the Braves go a little bit deeper. They've used about 8 or 10 guys here in the first period or so.
Yeah, here
they
comes
have Leo Wenger in, and now they'll make another line change. It's like hockey.
Well, you know.
3 guys in, 3 guys out.
There's been a lot of movement out there on that court so far.
I can't keep track of them all.
I'm getting tired just watching them run up and down.
Hagan will inbound it, baseline right side. Gets it into Schutte, looks to get it right back. Not there as Perkins closed that out. 18-12 Cats. 7:15 left in the first half. Klassner hit an early 3, now off the dribble. Back out on top to Cawley. He'll take it off the dribble down the lane to Klassner. Put it up and one. Cats are letting penetration get a little bit too close to the basket. And they finished a couple of times, and now 3-point play opportunity number 2 of this first half.
Second foul on Caden Moore there.
Yeah, Caden Moore's come in. He's picked up the only 2 fouls that the Cats have had all night long. Klassner for the 3-point play. Knocked down a 3 in the first quarter. This one he can't complete. Cork with a rebound and pushes it up the right side to the right corner. Slaughter takes it off the dribble, puts the floater up, no good. Rebound over the back, big man. 5-0.
Yeah.
And that's not Hawaii 5-0.
Can't do that. You know the big guys only get 5 fouls. You got to make sure that you use them the right way.
Yeah, that's
don't get cheap ones.
Yeah. He tried to get a second chance bucket, and that's those points show up in 2 places.
Yep. It's hard to hide that body, so he's going to get called out a lot.
Well, there's a lot of people going to move when he comes in there. Schutte, pull up from 15. Air ball, rebound, stick back, Cawley no good. Cork, another rebound. The Cats push it out ahead to Slaughter, and he can't catch up with it as Perkins double hopped it to him and just a little too far ahead.
Again, just relax.
I don't know how many turnovers that is for the Cats.
I've got 5 so far.
Seems like more.
Yeah, it does seem like more.
6.5 left in the opening half. Cat trap at half court. Schutte beats it off the dribble. Left side. 3 ball by Klassner in and out. No good. Rebound. Stick back. And Cawley has the 2 off the offensive rebound. And the Braves have had a lot of those here in this first half.
Yeah.
Cats aren't boxing out well.
Not boxing out and being out of position.
Cork, right corner. Top of the key. Long. Swings it. Bond, three, corner left side. Short. Got his own rebound. One dribble, back out to Cork. He'll take it all the way to the hoop. Kick it out top of the key. As the ball knocked out of the hands. And back to Cork for the three. Off the glass, no good. And Perkins can't handle it again. He's had the ball slip through his hand a couple of times there. Rebound out ahead. And Carter Baker hands it off.
22.
And Hagan will finish. And that'll tie us at 18. Cats just look rushed and sloppy here early.
Yep. If you're going to run that fast-paced offense, you got to have guys that don't turn the ball over.
Long rims it in and out. Baker again with the rebound. Cats' shooting percentage can't be very good here early either. They've gotten some layups, but boy, they've missed a lot as well. Schutte penetrates, kicks. Hagan, three, no. Perkins rebound. And Bond again will push it 1-on-5. He'll slow it down here. Perkins, top of the key. Nearly lost the handle. Back to Bond. Good head and shoulders fake. Over to Slaughter. Three ball off the mark again. And rebound chased down in the corner and kept alive by Cawley. He saves it inbounds to Schutte. Braves can take their first lead. Schutte pull up from 10. No. Got his own rebound. Kicks it out to Cawley. He'll wade to the basket. Reverse layup. Good. Sam Cawley made that look easy. And again, the Cats will burn a timeout. 20-18. Braves with the lead. Cats will take the break for 30. And you know what? Let's keep it here and let you analyze this. I'll catch you in mid-drink.
That's all right. I need to catch my breath. I was tired from watching them run so much. Well, I think, again, it's early in the season. It doesn't really matter. We're trying different things. We're trying to get up and down the floor. But you could see how it's wearing on the guys already. They're putting so much emphasis on getting down the floor to try to get a quick shot off that they're not getting back in transition on defense. And we're giving up way too many points on the defensive end, easy buckets.
Yeah, the Braves is...
They're not shooting the ball.
They hit 1-3 early and everything else been a layup.
There you go. And they've missed a lot of shots from outside the paint. But, obviously the higher percentage shots are going to come from in the paint. So you can't let inferior teams hang around by giving them extra opportunities. And that's where we're at right now. But that's okay. We'll work it out as long as we continue to slow it down a little bit.
Cats down two. Looking for the inside post feed. Got it into Valentine. And he'll charge his way inside this time as Carter Baker planted his feet, and Valentine tried to pound his way in there, picks up his second foul, and now he's going to earn himself a little bit of a rest.
Well, and common sense tells you, that they're going to that. You got to relax a little bit, and that from that timeout perspective, we got to slow it down. So if they're going to slow it down, they're going to try to pound it in. Just relax and find the open guy.
Got a little weak side help that time.
Yes.
Cole Parsons will check in. Schutte again, beats the double team, feeds it down low, reverse layup. Again, Sam Cawley, he's perfected that little right-hand reverse layup. Parsons takes the three left side. That one off the mark. Cawley will pull it down. The Cats running down and taking the first three they get, and they have not hit many here in this first half. 22-18. Baker trying to answer that with a three, no good. Rebound Braves. Cawley again to the hoop. Left hand up and in. And Sam Cawley's running the Mikan drill pretty early. Pretty well here. He's got 10 points and all of them on layups.
Yeah, all of them from, a foot away from the basket.
Bond off the dribble to Moore. Parsons, top of the key, left side, now to Cork. Cats continue to work the perimeter. Moore down the lane. His floater blocked away by Hagan, and coming the other way is Klasner. He got away with a step and a half, but also drew the foul. Isaac Klasner will head to the line, and Owen Feldner picked up the foul. His first for the Bobcats, their fifth. Klasner 0 for 1 at the line tonight, and now 0 for 2.
And you can see the Indian Valley's not that good of a shooting team. So all we got to do is play a little bit better half-court defense and get back into the half-court and make them shoot those long-range shots.
Perkins back in the game for Cork, and Klasner will split the pair and then go take a seat. Gavin Henry checks back in for the Braves, as does Cameron Anderson. Bond in the backcourt along with Perkins. Perkins off the dribble, down the lane. And are they going to call the block or the charge? Going to call the charge.
Yeah, definitely a charge there. The guy was in
Sean
position.
started into that big step to the basket, and he got in between it and drew contact, and it went the other way.
Right.
His first foul.
Yeah, we had 2 whistles on there. Both officials were going to call it, and it looked like they were going to call different things.
Yeah, they looked at each other, and finally one made a decision, and it was
Right.
not in the Bobcat favor. Schutte split defenders this time, pocket pick, pass ahead. Moore will lay it up and in. Bobcat defense creates offense. Just their second hoop of this period. Down 25-20. Moore to Bond. Right side three. Batting. Caleb Bond knocks one down. Shot 36% on threes last year. As the Bobcats picking up full court, and they'll get the kick ball here. As Colley had a quick break, he'll check back in.
Yeah, Caleb Bond, he gets hot too. He can really drain
pretty streaky.
Yeah, he's real streaky. But so far tonight, 1 for 5 from long range.
25-23 Braves. 2.5 left here in the first half, and the Braves have the ball near midcourt. Schutte takes it in the background, or in the backcourt, I should say. We're in the background.
They
We're
put
off
us
the pickout
way
on
in the
top, way in the
background.
background. Off the dribble to the hoop, lays it up and in. Bobcat didn't defend the ball well and didn't get any hoop or any help either. Schutte with the hoop. Perkins back to Bond. Back to Perkins on the left wing. Again, trying to force his way inside. Kicks it out to Bond. Passed up on the three. Cats trying to score off the dribble. Have not had much success here in the first half.
No, Indian Valley's playing pretty aggressive defense here.
Feldner's pass stolen away. Out ahead. Henry shot off the mark as he took it to the basket. Pulled down by the Bobcats. Feldner, and his pass cross court and over the head of Sean Perkins. And again, the Cats just going too fast and making ill-advised passes. They're throwing it in some places where, why would you throw it cross court into the corner?
As hard as you can.
As hard as you can.
Yeah,
but
sure. And again, that's experience. We got some young guys on the court. They're trying to get their feet wet here, and again, we're trying something new to try to speed it up. So it's gonna be painful until we get it figured out.
There'll be good streaks and bad streaks. There's more good streaks than bad streaks.
Right.
And basketball is a streaky game. Colley will take it out of bounds. 1:50 to go. Braves on top, 27-23. Inbounds it to Schutte. Bond will check him in the backcourt, man-to-man. And just harass him all the way up. Schutte got away with a little clear out with his off arm. Picks it up, throws it down to the high post. Backdoor cut. Klasner wide open. Lays it up and in. Klasner got 8 points here in the first half, and it's 29-23. Perkins splits defenders on top. Finds court. Spin move down on the baseline. Lost the handle. Got it back. Put it up. Missed it. Put it up again. Good. And Dominic Court. First bucket of this second quarter. Cats down 4. 1:05. And counting. Klasner out on top. Picked up the dribble. Stuck with it now. Look for the backdoor cut. Nobody there finally. Get some help. Caleb Wells popped out on top. Down to 45. Wells trying to force his way to the basket. And Perkins comes up with the steal. Leads the fast break the other way. Lob inside. Court back to Perkins. Fake the pass. His baseline move got bodied out of bounds. And that'll be a foul on the Braves. I believe Schutte.
Yeah, it's been pretty heated down here in the half court. Indian Valley's been pretty physical, but you're going to continue to play physical until they start calling fouls, and why not? So we've had a lot of problems trying to get to the hole because they've been bumping us and keeping us away from the hole.
And the Cats have tried to attack the basket a lot here off the dribble.
Right.
Court inbounds it to Parker. Parker long. Inside feed now to Cork again, and he's fouled on the way to the hoop, so that should be a two-shotter. And Schutte picked up his second quick foul.
And that's what we need from Cork. Yeah. He is money inside of 6 to 8 feet, and he's strong, he's a big guy, and he can make those baskets. That's his shot. So we need to be able to feed him inside that paint from that 6 to 8 foot range.
Can shoot free throws pretty well as well. Last year, nearly 70% as he knocks that one down. 29-26, 29-27 was the pair there. And the Cats climbing back into it, under 30 to play, picking up full court. Up the left side, Hagan picked up the dribble, down to 17, Cauley. Tied up out on top, lost the handle. Perkins comes up with a loose ball. 10 on the clock. Right side, Cork. Plenty of time, 7, 6. Skip pass across to Bond. He'll use the dribble. 2 seconds left. Puts up the runner. Nope, does not get it up at the buzzer. So the Bobcats head to the break down, 29-27. And they'll battle their way back here in the second half. 29-27, Indian Valley on top of Cambridge. Stay tuned. We'll take a quick break, come back, have our halftime interview and the second half of action coming up right after this.
Rural First by Farm Credit is not just for farmers. See James Klein about financing your home in the country now.
When it's game night, let Papa John's Pizza on Southgate Parkway feed your team after the game. Hey, this is Shannon. You can create your pizza with all your favorite toppings or pick one of our specialty pizzas like the Super Hawaiian, the Philly cheesesteak, the Works, or the Fiery Buffalo Chicken. Don't forget we also have chicken poppers, wings, breadsticks, and cheese sticks too. Call 740-439-PAPA. That's 439-7272 or order from your phone at papajohns.com.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
Welcome back. We are at halftime here at the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic at Coach Ford Court. Gene Ford, well, let me give you first the halftime score. 29-27, the Braves on top of the Bobcats, battling back there in the first half of action. And we are honored to have with us here at halftime tonight Darren Ford, grandson of Coach Gene Ford, son of Coach Gino Ford, nephew of Coach Dustin Ford. There's kind of a pattern there, Darren, and I should say, and Coach Darren Ford, right?
Yep. Junior college assistant down at a junior college, Kansas. Took that job in July, was a GA at Akron before that, and a high school head coach out in New York before that. So got a lot of time left in my coaching career, hopefully. I'm sure I'll lose my hair by then. When it's all said and done.
But not your sense of humor, obviously.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully that stands the test of time, but we'll see what happens. But
anybody that knows any of the Ford family and has had any conversation with them can probably pick up on a little of the language and the lingo. I mean, if I close my eyes long enough, I know it could be Gene, Gino, Dustin. It could be anybody sitting beside me.
Yeah, Ryan. It could be anybody. Hopefully you don't pick up on too much of the language. Hopefully just the lingo and the.
It's not that. It's not the gym language, huh?
Yeah, right, for sure.
So what do you think of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic?
It's awesome. Aaron and I had talked about it, I believe, back in March. He had mentioned that this was coming together, and I believe he might have even said something as early as when the funeral happened, trying to put something together. And it's awesome, to have all four teams of whom he was, super closely associated with, played at what would have been, Indian Valley, Coach Tusky Valley, and Coach Shenandoah, and then obviously here at Cambridge. It's great to have all four teams here and try to honor him, and they got the nice stuff as you walk in with the raffle and the flyers, and just trying to honor him, and it's awesome. The shirts are great, and it's great.
We're glad you could make it back as well, and this time of the season, or this time of the year with basketball, and the Ford family is a pretty busy time of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, your dad's trying to get things going, and of course uncles and your brother's trying to get a season in play as well. And what's going on with your guys' season?
Yeah, so the junior college, the NJCAA made an early decision back in June, I believe, maybe it was May, that we will not start our season until January. So we just got done with 3.5, almost 4 months with our guys back in Kansas. And, you know, like most colleges are doing across the country, we sent our guys home as if they were normal students, like at an Ohio State, an Akron, a Kent State, whatever they are, for a whole month and a half. And we will bring them back in January. January 3rd is the arrival date. January 4th is the first day to practice. And then we'll tip it up and we'll start playing January 22nd after, you know, however many days of practice. So it'll be a great opportunity to get our guys back. We had a great 3-month stretch, 4-month stretch, whatever it was, and excited to be there. And
well, it has to feel good just to be back in the gym watching basketball.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was telling Aaron earlier, just being in the gym, hearing the sounds of a game, sounds of a crowd, it's awesome. Quick side thing, like we were in Kansas this last week. There's a great Division II league that spans, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma. It's called the MIAA. And we're only a couple hours from a few of the schools, so we actually took our guys the last week we had them to two different Division II games. One ended on a buzzer beater. The other one ended on a missed shot to lose the game. So, real cool environment to take the guys to, and just to see basketball. It's being played. This time will pass, and hopefully people do everything they can to make sure college basketball and high school basketball happens everywhere.
One last question, and you and I talked a little bit about this before you went on the air, but like your earliest memory of being in the gym when your grandfather was coaching was when?
Oh, I mean, it's funny. So there's a picture. There's a newspaper article clipping on my mom's parents' fridge, and it's of me and him shooting in what was probably the old gym. I was maybe only 4 or 5 years old. It's funny. I don't know if it's the picture or what it is, but it stuck with me. I remember that day. It was camp week, and he was taking me around, and it was an old wooden hoop that I was shooting on. But then, of course, you and I talked about my last memory of him coaching here at Cambridge would have been, early on, one of the years here in the new gym.
Yeah.
I remember sitting across from him and watching him coach, and then I got a great opportunity to get to watch him coach several times at Muskingham. That was always fun. The heck of a coach. Sorry he's not here. And
I think his spirit certainly is.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt.
Absolutely. I got to visit the headstone for the first time yesterday since coming in town, and I hadn't seen it yet because right after I moved to Kansas is when it was finished and put up, and it's awesome. Whoever put that together, you got my vote. It's it's great stuff, and we appreciate it. Family appreciates it.
Are you going to be around tomorrow?
I will be around tomorrow. And then I'm going to go visit family in New York on Monday. But no, it's great, and happy to be back for a little bit and see a lot of people.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely. Thanks,
good
Bill.
luck
Appreciate
in January.
It. Yep, thanks.
Hey, we'll be back with more from the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic right after this.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Welcome back to Gene Ford Court. And the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic, halftime between the Braves and the Bobcats. Cats led at 16-12 at the end of one. Outscored in that second period 17-11 and trailing by 2 here at halftime. 29-27. Bill Fury, John Valentine with you as we suffered through, I guess, what was not our best half of basketball from either one of those teams. But, you know, both of these games have been close. And this one, no doubt, the same as the first one we saw earlier today, is actually Shenandoah came from behind and ended up winning that game 67-66. And this one may very well go down to the wire, too. Neither one of these teams has been able to go on any kind of sustained run.
No, not really. And it's because we haven't been shooting the ball real well, but we've had just way too many turnovers. I mean, that's the reason why the teams haven't been able to do much. When you've got 8 to 10 turnovers in a half, it's hard to get your half-court offense set up. And for Cambridge, you know, as you've seen, we haven't done a lot of half-court stuff. We're trying to get up and down the floor, and that's caused a lot of turnovers. And we knew that coming in, that was going to be something we were going to try out with some of the younger guys that we got and see what we could do from behind the arc. And that's, you know, the good thing for Cambridge is Indian Valley's not shooting the ball that great either. And basically the percentages are almost identical. We're shooting 56% from twos and 16 from threes, and they're 57 from twos and 16 from threes. So we're basically shooting the same. The difference is we've been giving them a lot of easy baskets off of transition and not getting back on defense.
Bobcats very late getting out of the locker room at halftime. Didn't get back on the floor for any warm-up, so there was an extended chalk talk there. And inbounded to start the second half, and the Bobcats clearly not sure which end of the court that they had, because the Braves took the inbound pass and went right to the hoop and laid it in. Shooting with 2. Cats back on the attack. Inside feed to Valentine, knocked out of his hand. They'll call the foul as Brock was going to the basket. And they'll say on the floor. And that one on Carter Baker, his second. So the Cats attacking inside here on their first possession. Cork on the inbound. Out to Bond. Cats will swing it around. Perkins looks inside. He'll take it off the dribble. Left side corner, 3 ball. And Bond shot comes up short, and then the rebound by Cauley, tied up. And Bond will get the easy tie up there and give the arrow back to the Bobcats. So hustle play by Bond, who followed his shot for the second time here tonight and comes up with a good thing.
Yeah, we're going to need some more of that hustle here to get back in this game.
Slaughter on the inbound. Finds Perkins. He'll spot the 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Tapped around. Cauley pulls it down and leads the break the other way over to Klassner. 31-27 Braves, who stole a basket, and we got a foul again. It looked like Klassner might have traveled, but they'll call the foul instead. And that one on Slaughter, his first, team's first. Cauley out to Schutte, pulls it up, pops it, drops it for 3. Grand Schutte, 5 quick points, and the Braves have extended their lead as big as it's been all night. 34-27. Right side, Cork, his spot 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound battled for inside. Kept alive by the Cats, but picked up by the Braves. Shooting out ahead. Hagan to the hoop, no. 4 Braves in there. Cauley with it, and he'll stick it back up and draw contact heading to the line. And the catch is not getting back there. There were 4 Braves there on that missed shot, and nobody for the Bobcats. And so for Cambridge, Cork picks up his first. And Cauley will shoot 2, rattling the first one in and out. Cauley had 10 in the first half to lead all scorers.
Yeah, Cauley had a heck of a half. We gave him, I think 4 of those were really uncontested layups.
And he rims the second one in.
But give him a little bit of credit. He's got some moves inside as well. He did play a really good first half.
Cauley a sneaky 6'4". He don't look that big, but he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right side, Cork had the 3, passed it up, takes it to the hoop, and he got contact. And we'll head to the line again. Dominic Court. And now I think Cauley trying to draw the charge. That time went down pretty good.
Fouls on number 5, Sam Cayley, his first, team second.
Yeah, that was.
They called the foul on.
They called it on
Cauley,
yeah, they called it on him, but boy, that was it was really close to being a charge there by Dom as well.
He kind of put his shoulder down, said, I'm
Sure
going
did.
to the hoop.
Yep.
Cannot connect on the first free throw. Dominic 2 for 2 in the first half, misses the front end here. 35-27, early third period, and the second one off the mark as well. And Valentine goes in and just swiped it away as he had good inside position, and Cauley tried to come over the back and steal it from him. He just ripped it out of his hands and draws contact and a foul. This one on Cameron Anderson. And so the Cats will get it right back and a chance to still get points in this possession. Nice hustle play there. Inbounded Valentine in the corner. Back out on top, Slaughter. Right side, Cork again. Back to the top of the key. Bond for a three. No. And the rebound loose on the floor, now over the back. Going to be called on the Bobcats here. And that one's going to be on the big one.
Foul number 50,
Brock Valentine's third. And the Cats will go small now.
Kate Moore, number 2, checks in for the Bobcats.
As Moore checks back in. And Valentine with 3 fouls they're going to miss his presence, not just rebounding, but the fact that any second chance hoops the Cats get are usually through him.
Well, and he knows that, and so he's got to play smarter than that. We've had, trust me, as you know, we've had this conversation 1,000 times that you have to stay on the floor and do everything you can to stay on the floor. You cannot get in foul trouble.
Backdoor cut, Cauley beating Cork up on top, and he'll take it and lay it in. Nice play and pass from Schutte that time, 10-point lead. Moore going the other way. No one picked him up, and Caden Moore will lay it in.
It's nice to get an uncontested layup for once. For us, we've been giving them so many.
Defense, nobody knew they had. Cauley will take it down the lane. A little fake to his left, back to the right with the hoop, but no good. Rebound, stick back, Klashner. Isaac Klashner. Both teams trading buckets here. Moore three, top of the key. That one no good. Cork rebound, stick back. That one off the mark. And Baker clears it out. And here come the Braves again. Schutte, right side. Hagan for three. No. And rebound comes down in the hands of Bond, and the Cats will push it the other way. 3-on-3. Moore left side. Looked at the three. Back to Perkins. Perkins off the dribble. Lost the handle, nearly out of bounds. Picked it up in the corner. And a timeout taken by the Bobcats, and maybe one that they needed there. 4:56 left, third period. 39-29 Braves, back in 30 seconds.
Looking for a new opportunity, or maybe know someone else who is? Southeastern Ohio Regional Medical Center in Cambridge, Ohio is currently hiring for housekeeping, patient care techs, and nurses. Excellent benefit packages, competitive pay, and a family-like atmosphere will make this a job that you look forward to coming to. Visit scormc.org and click the careers link. For questions, you can call 740-439-8000.
Court, 39-29. Braves have come out of the halftime break on fire, outscoring the Bobcats here after taking the lead by 2 at halftime. They've knocked down a three and 3 deuces as well as a 3-point play. And the Cats struggling to get the ball in the hoop here.
Yeah,
missing
struggling.
a number of outside shots, and they can't get it in the paint.
Yeah, you can't, again, we can't settle for threes. You can't settle for outside shots. You got to take your time and have good ball movement, get the ball inside, get to the foul line. You see that Indian Valley likes to foul you. If you ever get the ball inside, they're going to put pressure on you, so you might get those calls.
Bobcats inbound it. Perkins underneath, takes it up, and the reverse layup for Sean Perkins is good. Just his 5th point tonight.
Yeah, and as we said at the beginning of the game, that's such a mismatch having Perkins at the block. I mean, if you can remember Alex Massinelli years ago, nowhere near the size that Perkins has, but has that nice, smooth rhythm inside, can move around on that pivot foot and get easy baskets.
Bond trying to get the steal, tapped it in the backcourt. Klashner picks it up. Back up ahead of Hagan. Down low, Cauley takes it right to the paint. Puts it up, no good. Tapped around over the back. Cauley gets it back. Sticks it up, missed it again. And Parker Long finally clears it out of there for the Bobcat. Perkins on the fast break. Down the lane. Spin move. Left hand, no good. Tipped it back up. And Cauley pulls it out of there. Perkins started to get frustrated because of his lack of finishing. He was right there at the rim. Laster down low. The shooting, trying to spin his way to the hoop, and they'll call him for the travel. Could have been a foul. He had elbows moving there pretty good too, but he'll get the turnover, and the Cats down 39-31, just under 4 left, and Perkins will sit and get a break as Cork checks back in.
Yeah, and we don't need to get too antsy here. We still got 4 minutes left in the third. We're only down 8. I mean, we're only down a couple buckets. So, take your time, get a high percentage shot here, box out, play some defense, and get some rebounds.
That sounds like a Naismith or Wooden book, box out. Down low, Cork posting up, double team, kicks it across. Bond from the corner, passed up the 3. Off the dribble, gets it to Slaughter. He'll take the 3. That one no good, and the long rebound in the corner and out of bounds, back to the Braves. Slaughter with long range, he hasn't been able to hit on one tonight. And unfortunately for the Cats, every time they take a 3 and it hits that rim, it comes off right into the hands of the Braves.
Yeah, typically long shots equal long rebounds, right? And that one, heck, it went all the way out of bounds, clear over here to the corner. So, we don't have the rebounders in there at this particular point to get those shots.
3.5 left. Shooty down the lane, kicks it. Baker, 3 from the corner. Cha-ching! There's Baker's first shot of the night to 3.
Yeah, Baker can shoot. He, on film for a bigger guy, and doesn't have the greatest movement in the world, but he can shoot.
11-point Braves lead. Down low, Cork couldn't get the handle on it. Back into the hands of the Braves. Klaschner picks it up. Back to Shooty, and the Braves will push it here. Bobcats need a stop and a run. As Shooty off the dribble, down the lane, the floater in and out. Rebounded by the Bobcats, Owen Felder. He'll turn and push it as well. Kicks it back over to Bond, left side, little hesitation, puts the shoulder down and got bailed out on the blocking foul. That could have just as easily been a charge as he lowered his shoulder into Cauley, and Cauley took it for his second foul. As Perkins comes back in, that could have gone either way.
You can't blame Cauley there. I mean, it was good defense. It certainly could have went the other way. But this is what we're talking about. We got a fast break. Just relax. Take your time. You got it. Run a nice half-court play.
If you have a shot, take it. If you don't force it.
Right.
Perkins has to battle to get the inbound pass. Kicks it back to Cork. Open 3. No. Cats have not been able to knock down threes at all tonight. They got them with 1 make early, 2. And as they battle in the backcourt, finally the Braves beat it, get it up, and the layup by Gavin Henry is good. Easy buckets for the Braves here. 2:11 left here in the third. Long takes the 3. That one off the mark. Cork with the rebound, trying to go back up strong. Put it on the floor and lost it, but touched last by the Braves. And that's, where they tell those big guys, if you get it, don't bring it down.
Don't bring it down right for all those little goblins to get it. Keep it back up there.
44-31. Cats ball baseline right side. Inbound. Bond.
Oh, you can't get up.
He faked himself out of it, and obviously the officials too.
Yeah.
He got away with that one as Perkins spin move. Stolen away by Carter. He'll stop. Pop the 3. Not there. Rebound to Long, and they'll call Hagens over the back on that rebound. Lucas Hagens second. 1:48 to go. The Cats need to score the last 5 points of this period to get a little bit closer, maybe more than that if they can.
Right, and play some defense and keep them from the bucket, right? You got a minute 48 left here in the third. There's no reason we can't get this down to an 8-point game.
And in Valley timeout, they're going to talk about that strategy as well. You can talk about it amongst yourself at home. I'm sure we will during the timeout. We'll be back in 30.
When it's game night, let Papa John's Pizza on Southgate Parkway feed your team after the game. Hey, this is Shannon. You can create your pizza with all your favorite toppings or pick one of our specialty pizzas like the Super Hawaiian, the Philly Cheesesteak, the Works, or the Fiery Buffalo Chicken. Don't forget we also have chicken poppers, wings, breadsticks, and cheese sticks too. Call 740-439-PAPA. That's 439-7272 or order from your phone at papajohns.com.
Court 44-31. Braves on top of the Bobcats. It was 29-27 at halftime. And if you recall, I'm sure you do vividly, because you have one of those kind of memories.
Yeah.
The Cats had stretches like this last year where they just couldn't score. You know, they might go on a 20-point period and the next period score two.
Yep.
And they're having some of that tonight. Cats on a little weave out on top. Perkins passed up the handoff, gets it inside to Cork, and he'll finish. And the Cats finally get into an offensive set and finish.
Yep. Design play from the get-go. You could see that that's what was going to happen. And you can't stop Cork inside like that.
Schutte. Nobody stopped the ball, and Grant Schutte, the senior, takes it all the way to the hoop and knocks it in. He's got 7 in the period, 11 on the night. 46-33. Long cut off on his move to the basket. Feed down low. Cork right to the hoop, lays it off the glass and got hacked. And will shoot free throws. And this is great for Dominic and the Bobcats. The Cats got to get him to the line, and they got to get some free throws to go and score with the shot clock or the clock stopped. As both teams have subs waiting there. And
well, when Cork makes his foul shots, I mean, again, that's look, I'm kind of an old school guy, right? I want to get guys to the foul line. I'm taking the ball to the hole. I'm getting to the foul line for a couple reasons. Number one, they're free throws. That's why they're called free, right? Nobody's pressuring you. But number two, it gets the other team in foul trouble. And that's huge as the game progresses.
Cork splits the pair again. Hagens with the rebound. Subs in the game. 46-34, under a minute to play here in the third. Klassner out on top. Slaughter back in. Moore, Bond, Perkins, and Cork as well for the Cats. Off the dribble, down the lane, Hagens kicks it over to Carter. Klassner gives it up top of the key to Henry, and now back to Hagen. And the Braves looking like they're running a little bit of a delay here for the last shot. Yeah,
with a
absolutely.
12-point lead. Yeah,
Henry down the lane, the kick out. They won't take it. Baker will take it all the way in this time. Throw up a prayer with 18 to go. That's not the shot they wanted. Cork, rebound, and outlet to Moore, and he just threw it up over his head trying to draw contact. He didn't take it strong to the hoop. And the Cats turn it right back over. Cawley down the lane to Baker. Got everybody airborne and tied up underneath. Loose ball picked up by Moore, and that'll end a wild third period of play.
Wild.
Wild.
It's a good description.
We head to the fourth period. Braves leading the Bobcats 46-34. We'll be back right after this.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative love Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Tip-off Classic. We saw one in game one today come right down to the wire. This one is going to have to go some to get there. 46-34 Braves on top of the Cats. Cats with a 7-point third period after trailing by 2 at halftime. Cambridge comes out flat in that third period as the Braves put up 17. And now the Cats have put themselves in desperation mode here in this fourth period.
Yeah, desperation mode. A couple turnovers here, and we're really in trouble. So we got to take care of the ball here and get a couple stops, too.
Braves have the opening possession And they got pretty deliberate there towards the end of that third period. Here they tried to force a pass, knocked away, and they're going to say touch last by the Braves. So the Cats get a break here and get the turnover. In Valley, careless with the ball, and the Cats a chance to cut into the lead, down 12. Yeah, Cats can't get careless with these possessions. Everyone counts here.
Yeah, down 12.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to miss on many of these.
No, definitely
Feed down low. Cork in the paint. Goes up strong, lays it up and in. And Dominic Cork with 13 leads the Bobcats, and he's been very efficient down low. Now the Cats looking for another stop. Play in the passing lane. Hagan off the dribble, goes baseline, looks out on top, gets it to Klasner. He'll take that quick three and touching, knock it down. Isaac Klasner knocked a three down to start things out, and that's his first long range shot since early tonight. 49-36.
And Indian Valley switched to a 2-3 zone here to make sure that we keep the ball up top and not down low at the block.
Cats get it into Cork anyway, kicks it out. Three ball from the corner, air ball by Slaughter, and the long rebound outlet up the floor and no good. That time by Gavin Henry, just left it on the rim. Cats coming quickly the other way. Perkins, three from the corner, can't answer. And over the back call. As Slaughter trying to get in there and keep it alive, picks up his second foul of the night, going back to the Braves. And again, the Cats taking quick shots from bad angle.
Yeah, not a real high percentage shot. Trying to make something happen, I get it. And a three there changes everything, right? Everybody forgets about it and figures
you just saw the other team make one, and you said, well, we need to answer.
Sure. No, you don't. You got plenty of time.
Well, I see it like that on TV all the time, though, right? Shooting. Good ball handler tonight. Has got himself to the hoop a few times, working against Bond in the corner. Brings it back out now on the switch out. Got the big guys in, and Valentine checks back in for the Cats as well. And he bodies up Hagan, got away with that one.
Sure did.
And Hagan put up a wild shot that Slaughter pushes up the other way. DeMoore on the right wing. Back out on top. Cats swing the perimeter. Down by 13. Under 6 to play. Cork wide open for three. Can't get this one to go. Valentine keeps it alive. Slaughter will pass up the three, take a long two. That one off the mark. Valentine another rebound. Shot blocked by Cauley on the way up. Got it again. And no call on that stick back. Cauley pulls it down, pushes it up to Klasner, and his pass off the hands of Hagan and out of bounds. Valentine with a lot of looks in there, but couldn't finish on any of them.
Into the game for the Bobcats.
Kind of thinking he might have gotten hacked on the last one.
The second one was, First one he wasn't in position, but worked hard to get the rebound. But that's all right. You got to keep feeding it in there to be able to get to the foul line.
5.5 left, 49-36. Neither team able to score much here early in this fourth period. Caleb Bond works the perimeter inside to Valentine, to the hoop, and now to the line. And Cauley, in disbelief, looks at the official and will pick up his third foul and send Brock to the line to shoot two. Brock one chance at the line early tonight. And he'll have two here, puts that one up and hits the bottom of the net.
Our leading free throw shooter from last year, so getting him to the line is crucial.
Over 70% a year ago, knocked down two, this time down 2 or 3 tonight. Yeah, he should get 8 looks at the line every night out, right?
No doubt about it.
Yep. 49-38. Cats need some stops here. Valentine knocks it away, and Long comes up with it. And the Cats another chance here to score. Over to the Cats Bond. Slaughter, top of the key. Back to Bond in the corner. Could have got a three up quick. Instead, trying to force it in to Valentine. Doubled down on. And the Braves stole it. The Cats will get it right back. Moore, right side. Back to Bond on the left wing. He'll take the deep three. That one just short of the mark, but he got the roll. Touching. Bond's second three of the night. And, you know, he missed a couple and then quit shooting them. He needed to make that one.
And again, we talked about
49-41.
He's a streaky shooter.
Klasner. And a timeout called as the Cats avoid another foul there. Klasner on his way to the basket got hacked, but the whistle stopped play instead. And so with 4:25 to go, a 49-41 advantage Braves. We'll take a quick 30 and hit back right after this.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Back at the Tip-Off Classic. Hope you've enjoyed today's games. Another full slate tomorrow afternoon here on WWKC and YRP TV. 49-41, Brave. On top of the Cats, 4:25 left in the game. Cambridge trying to make one more push. Cats still have a couple of timeouts left. Braves have 3. And you got to believe that Coach Herman and the Braves call that timeout and say, look, let's not force it up there.
Absolutely.
Let's slow it down, make them come after us and foul us.
Yes.
And because the Braves had kind of gotten into a little up-tempo there, forcing up shot too.
Well, we've let them play up-tempo with those easy shots, easy transition shots. So now they've got to play a half-court game now moving forward.
Schutte out on top, off the dribble. Bond picked his pocket, takes it to the hole, missed it, rebound, stick back, and one. Perkins, who was stretching out over on the sideline there a minute ago, he had done something to his ankle, got it stretched out, certainly worked well there. As Sean Perkins sticks it in and earns the free throw, that foul on Hagan. And Perkins able to drop it in for the three-point play. Bobcats within 5 after being down 13 a moment ago.
All right, now see, you're only down 5. You got 4 minutes to go.
A lot of time left.
Take your time. Let Indian Valley make the mistakes from here on out.
Last couple of times down, the Braves have turned it over both times. Man-to-man defense. Trying some backdoor cuts. Schutte forced his way through a double team there, nearly lost it. Tried to hand it off to Colley, picked up by Cork. Cats come up with a steal. Bond on the run out. Into the corner. Slaughter passed up a 3. He's not been on the mark tonight. Down low. Cork battles his way to the hoop, puts it up and in. And the Cats within 3. Could have been an and one there, too. There's a lot of body contact down low. And now the Braves will take the timeout. 49-46. Not so fast, my friend. We'll keep it here for this timeout. 3:31 left on the clock. So Cats down 13, less than a minute to go.
Right.
And on a 10-0 run, now within 3.
Okay, so now Indian Valley's giving you an opportunity to get back in the game, right? So take advantage of that. Now, you take your time, you run your half-court set, you get the look that you want. Don't worry about running down the floor as fast as you can. Get in your half-court set, take the shot you want, get to the foul line, and get the old-fashioned three-point play. And when you're back here in the half-court on defense, it's time to step it up and don't give them those easy shots.
Give some help. Give some help. The Braves in this half have hit a couple of threes, actually 3, but in this fourth quarter, and we're about 5 minutes into this fourth period, the Braves have but 1 bucket, a three-pointer. The Cats working on, they've got 4 buckets and 3 free throws. So the free throw line is your friend.
Always your friend.
Always your friend. And the Cats enjoying the bonus there right now.
Yeah, so that's even better, right? They're already in foul trouble.
Cats are going to pick up full court. Colley on the inbound. Just can't give up an easy deuce. Now the Cats will back out of it. Coach Slaughter will pull them back, and it looks like maybe into a little half-court, three-quarter court trap. Perkins out on top of it. Forcing Schutte off to the side. He'll reverse it and try to get across the timeline. Nearly turned it over. Cats chasing out on top. Colley steps through, goes to the floor, and gets tied up, and they'll jump ball it. Arrow Bobcats. So the Cat defense comes up with another key turnover, and it's been about 5 possessions now since the Braves have been able to even get a shot up.
Yeah, and you can see that they can't handle pressure that much. So, you know, and that I think it's a perfect way to come out of that
Especially when you
timeout.
get the ball out of Schudy's hands. He is the ball handler.
Yes.
Cats could tie it up with a 3 or a 3-point play. Cork spins loose inside, goes baseline, puts it up, knocks it in. Cawley trying to buy another charge there, and Dominic Cork makes this a 1-point game.
And as we said from the beginning, who in the world is going to stop Dominic Cork inside? It's just not going to happen.
Comes up with a steal in the backcourt. Over to Bond, back to Perkins, tapped out of bounds by a hustling Hagan, but the Cats with a chance to take their first lead since first period. Might be early second period.
Probably.
Anyway.
Easily.
Seems like yesterday. Cork on the inbounds, goes to Perkins, and knocks it in. I don't know how he made the shot, because he got bumped hard enough certainly to get a whistle, but no call there. And a foul in the backcourt. Caleb Bond trying to get the steal, picks up just his first foul. Team's fifth. 50-49, Cambridge down 13, went on a 14-0 run. It was 49-36 just about 2 minutes ago. 2.5 left. Cats continue full court pressure. Shooting up the right side, split defenders, and there's another foul. And they'll call that one on Perkins, his second, team 6. So from this point on, there'll be lots of free throws coming.
Yeah, that's what I mean. At that point, I just get back and let them bring the ball up half court, right? Let them play.
You got
really
back in the
solid
game.
Yes,
you're right there.
You got the lead now, right? So let them play their half court and see what happens. Don't pick up cheap fouls.
Hand off, Schudy out on top against Cork. Can beat him off the dribble, kicks it inside out. Klassner 3, no. And Cork comes down with a big rebound. Pushed up ahead. Bond down the lane. His right-hand runner can't get it to go. Didn't draw the foul. And going right back to the Braves. That would have been one that a 1-on-3, you maybe pull it back out.
With the lead again.
Yeah.
You got the lead now. Relax, take your time, and get the shot you're looking for.
Yeah, know when to push it and when to pull it.
Right.
Schudy off the high pick. Ball tapped away, picked up by Hagan. 1:50 left, 1-point ball game. Cats on top. Klassner in the corner. Lost the handle, picked it back up. Takes it in the paint, spins away, scoops it up, not there. And stolen away, and no, they'll call the blocking foul. Wow. And the bucket went. They'll call the bucket good and the foul.
The basket by number 22, Lucas Hagan.
I don't know about all that.
At the line shooting one.
That one is one that I'd like to see on the replay.
Yeah.
As Slaughter called for his third, and Hagan with the 3-point play. And that was maybe a gift. As the exchange of turnovers, and Hagan came up with it and then squarely ran through Slaughter to the hoop and flipped it up there and knocked it in and got the call. So it's now Braves on top by 2, 1.5 minutes to go. Left side, Perkins. Down low, Cork. Baby hook, up and in, ties the game. Cork with 8 here in the fourth period, 19 on the night. Cats double teaming out on top. Schudy over the top. Cork with the steal. Up ahead, Perkins down the lane, hacked by Hagan. You know, I think that was one. If I'm Dominic Cork, I know you got your teammate out ahead, but put that defender in a tough spot and take it to the hoop and make him guard one of the two of you.
Yeah, take it a little bit closer to the hoop, make him commit, then dip.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll
that's easy for us to say.
Yeah.
We're not doing it.
We'd still be running down the court. We're too
That's
slow
true.
to get
I was thinking through it. Perkins will shoot 2 with the Cats down. Actually tied, and he'll put them ahead by 1. Sean Perkins, a late scoring run here tonight, has 11. And now 12 as he drops them both home. And the Cats lead at 54-52.
Again, get back in your half court. Why are we putting pressure on them now and giving them an easy transition basket here? Or picking up a foul. See what I mean? Look at that.
Klassner up ahead. Hagan looked at the shot, didn't take it. Inside feed, Schudy didn't get it to go. Cork another rebound. And the Cats now will, Coach Slaughter said, slow it down with 49 seconds left. Bobcats can get to the free throw line, and Coach Slaughter will take the timeout. Yeah, Cambridge was, it looked like It looked like the Kentucky Derby all over again. They had 5 guys running up the floor trying to get to the other end as fast as possible. And Coach Slaughter with both hands said, whoa.
Right, and
pull the reins back on that thing.
It's very difficult for a kid. They take everything literally, right? Hey, we're going to run a high-paced offense this year, up and down the floor as fast as you can. Get it out in transition as soon as you get the rebound. Well, then that gets ingrained in their head. They want to do it all the time.
Yeah.
But they don't understand basketball. You got to understand what's going on.
You can run an up-tempo offense without taking the first shot as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean take the first shot we got.
45 seconds left, up to relax, buddy. They're going to
Braves
foul
with
you.
9 fouls. So the next foul puts the Cats in the double bonus.
Yeah.
Cats have 7 fouls, so if they should foul, the Braves would still have to take 1-1. Cambridge, the important statistic here is on top 54-52 and have the ball.
Yeah, 2 points, not 1 point. 2 points is big right here because now you, with the ball, I'm running that block play over here to Dominic again, getting that easy deuce, if not 3, by getting him fouled at the block. So, this could easily be, a 5-point lead if they run that play here and get a 3-point play.
Moore, Perkins, Slaughter, Cork, and Bond in for the Cats. They'll get it in to Bond. He gets it to Perkins. He'll drive to the hoop and pull it back out on top. 40 seconds left. Brings Colley with him. Beats him off the dribble and brings him back out man-to-man. And here comes the double team. Skip pass across the top. Stolen away. Hagan baited him on that one. And here come the Braves pushing it the other way. Down 2, 25 on the clock. Hagan out on top. Left side to Klasner. Back to the top of the key. Colley now, 17. Off the dribble. Floater to the hoop and in. Colley off the dribble, his 15th point. 8 seconds left. Cats can win it with a bucket. And they'll take a timeout with 4.5 to go. We'll keep it right here. And what a better opening 2 games to the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic could you have? Both of them have come down to the final shot.
Final shot. We're good with that first game. This one we were kind of hoping we could take a breather.
Well,
heart attack
a couple of minutes ago, a breather would have been a 13-point loss.
It was.
Bobcats have battled their way back into it. They've held the Braves to 8 points here in the 4th period. And the Cats on a big run to climb back into it. Briefly took the lead. I think Cambridge down 13 early in this period.
Yeah.
And have battled back, had the lead, had the ball, and then didn't, maybe the toughest pass you can throw from one corner to the other corner.
Yeah, he didn't need to, right? He felt pressure coming, but he didn't need to do that. Always get to the closest outlet, right? You can't make that cross.
Nobody in the middle of the court, what do you say?
Right.
The middle of the court
that's the magic
is
spot.
your friend.
You got to be in the middle of the floor. I would guess that, they're bringing Brock back in. So
4.5.
Your big guys here, so I would assume that you're going to try to get the ball to the block
Perkins
with one of those
will be inbound in it. You got good free throw shooters in there as well.
Yep.
And now the Braves will take a timeout as they wanted to look and see where the Bobcats would set up. Cambridge set up with 4 guys on the block here. Certainly somebody going to set a pick, break to the ball. And then, you try to go down low here, just take the first good look you have. You got 4.5.
You're going down low all day long because you got a better chance of getting fouled. And here's the thing, your 2 best free throw shooters are your 2 big guys.
Yeah.
So the big guys at the block get fouled a heck of a lot more than somebody shooting a 3.
Man-to-man defense, or you think they go zone here and force you to take the 3?
They're gonna man you up because they don't want you pounding it inside and then getting that double team and then a wide.
So let me ask you this: in that last set, Bobcats had guys in the square on the box. You pick down, pop up, and then pass back down for the layup?
Well, common sense tells you they would pick down to get the big guy at the block, and the guys on the block now would kick out to get the easy pass, but you'll see that Bobcats like to run the ball back to the inbounder.
Perkins on the inbound. Gets it to Cork. Off the dribble, 3 seconds left. And cannot get a shot up. Guess what? We got an overtime session for the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic, tied at 54 apiece. Cats and the Braves. We'll take a quick break. Back with the extra period right after this.
Chronic issues do not disappear just because COVID is here. Whether you've been experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Our patients' health and safety is our top priority, and we currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to our facility, we're following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all that our team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
At Coach Ford Court, 54-54 as we head to an extra period. 4 minutes on the clock in that extra period, as the Cats held the Braves to 8 points in that period, and the Cats scored 20 as we are now tied, and Cambridge unable to get a shot up, and actually their last two possessions with a 54-52 lead, and then with a tied at 54, neither time able to get a look at the hoop, and now into an extra period, and then you have to start thinking about foul. There's a lot of guys out there with 3 fouls now.
Yeah, well, and here you got to reset, though. You got to remember, start brand new game. You're not behind, you're not ahead, so let's just play regular basketball here these first couple minutes and see what happens.
Perkins wins the tip this time, and he'll come back and take the handoff. Man-to-man defense by Indian Valley to Bond, back to Perkins, left side. Look for the post feed, try to get it into Cork, and he traveled as he tried to reverse himself and kind of work a pass down in there, and Sean just shuffled the feet a little bit, and the Cats turned it over again.
So 3 straight possessions, you said.
3 straight possessions.
Luckily, that one didn't hurt so bad as the other 2 did.
Cats continuing to pick up full court here. Shooting in the backcourt with Perkins on him. Back over to Baker across the timeline, and a 10-second call. Quick 10 seconds, and Indian Valley gives it right back as they got it in and kind of passed it back and forth a couple of times, and that clock in your head wasn't going off.
Right. Well, and each official counts a little bit different, right? So some of them are quicker than others.
1001, or 1001, 1002, 1003.
Right.
Perkins off the handoff. Top of the key. Down low. Fired it over the head. He had him open down there, and Dominic Cork wide open as the defense came to him, and the Cats have now turned it over in 4 straight possessions. Not that we're counting.
Yeah, right.
3:20 left here in overtime. Shooting, and he traveled. Neither team able to get a shot up. Then after playing pretty good basketball for most of the night, both these teams have kind of gone brain dead here at the end.
Well, time to turn that around now, right? We've wasted a whole minute here of turnover, so let's go ahead and get a bucket.
Tied at 54, coming up on the 3-minute mark. Bond to Perkins. Cork top of the key. Looks down low, nobody there. Back to Slaughter, looks for the post feed, lobs it in to Perkins, trying to go around and fouled. If that's on Baker, it could be his 4th. And it looks to be
Number 34,
Carter Baker.
That's his 4th, team's 10th.
And Perkins, I thought they were going to call him for the travel as he tried to, he's like Gumby out there, tried to manipulate his body around people. And he'll have 2 shots here to break this deadlock, and he dropped that first one in. And one of the things that Sean Perkins has done much better this year is this right here.
Right, and this is huge because he gets to the line quite a bit.
Yeah. And drops him in again. 5 for 5 at the line tonight for Sean Perkins. 65% a year ago, and he's better than that right now. Trap at half court for the Cats. Over the top to Hagan.
Stops. Another 10.
Almost got to 10 again. Back to Schutte. Right side. Klassner passed the 3 for the 2. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound again. Cork. He's been huge tonight on the boards. Kick out. As wide open for 3. Slaughter cannot get it to go. Rebound by Bond. Back out on top. Cats lead it by 2. 2.5 to go in overtime. Perkins uses the pick right side, finds Cork in the corner. Back out on top to Perkins as the Cats will reset with the 2-point lead. Bond picked up the dribble, has to go back to Slaughter. Back to Bond with Higgins on him. Little handoff. Perkins to the foul line, down the lane, finds Cork. He'll lay it up, and short, got his rebound. Hacked on the way up, got it back Bond puts it up, and he's going to be fouled and heads the line. There's a couple of slaps in there that I could hear from here.
Looked like it.
His third.
Third foul on Grant Schutte, and a two-shotter here for Caleb Bond. Bond a year ago, 71% at the line, but back rims this one. His first free throw attempt of the night. Caleb on the night, 8 points, including a couple of threes, as Valentine will check out. Moore back in. 56-54 Cambridge, 1:57 left in the overtime. Bond, second free throw. Yes. And the Cats lead it by 3 and will continue the defensive pressure. Schutte beats it up the right side, kicks it out. Cawley off the dribble, penetrates, kick out again, back to Hagan. Off the dribble, down the lane, kick out to Schutte, looking for that penetrate kick. Back to Hagan, way outside, won't take that three. 1:35 left on the clock. Cats on top by 3. Hagan off the dribble, lowered the shoulder, he did.
That's an easy call.
And Caden Moore there will accept that shoulder to the chest.
Well, he hasn't been hit for like a month in football ended, right? I mean,
well, that's just one play right there in football. He's used to getting hit a lot. That is Hagan's 4th foul, by the way, as Baker checks out. Cawley checks out as the Braves play a little offense-defense here. And the Cats with 1:30 to go and a 3-point lead will face some full court pressure. So Hagan will sit down. Wells back in the game. Henry as well. Get it back in the hands of the Bobcats. Perkins over to Bond. Cats trying to burn some time. Backdoor cut. Perkins to the hoop and in. Perkins, a huge 4th period. He's got 16 and 11 of them here in the 4th period. Baseline jumper, partially deflected by Cork, picked up by Schutte. He'll bring it back out. Klashner 3-ball, touch in. He's been deadly all night. His second 3 of this second half, and it's 59-57 Cats, 55 on the clock. We'll take the quick break and be back right after this.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
I'm not buying till I check on for. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Back at Gene Ford Court for the Tip-Off Classic, and we are in overtime here in Game 2 today. Bobcats coming from behind to tie up the Braves, take it to an extra period, and right now the Cats lead at 59-57 with 55 seconds left on the clock, and they will face some full court pressure after the timeout here. Perkins on the inbound. Looking, gets it into Bond. Back to Perkins. Looking for the clear out, runs up the left side, reverses it, back to Bond and across the timeline. Moore, Slaughter in the corner, tap pass, picked up by the Cats. 41 seconds left, and the reach in, Schutte picked up foul number 4, and here comes the other foul guy. It's amazing, we've got lots of guys with 3 and 4 fouls. Nobody's fouled out yet. There's 39 seconds left, and Caleb Bond will go to the line and shoot 2 more. He's 1 of 2 just a moment ago. 59-57 Cambridge, 39.8 on the clock. First one up and in. Boy, that was just in rhythm.
Yeah.
He caught it, dribbled it, shot it.
He's a smooth shooter.
Didn't think about it.
Nice little benefit from the old Cambridge rims. You could hear it ting as it rolled forward.
60-57. Second one up, 2-possession game with that make.
No ting on that one. Nothing but net.
That was whoosh. Shooty behind the back, right side to Cauley, trying to work his way to the hoop. Goes backdoor cut to Hagan, lost the handle, picked up, Baker has it. Kick out pass, top of the key to Cauley. Again, trying to back his way in. Tied up on the block, and that will be a jump ball possession to the Braves. So 24 on the clock, 61-57. Cambridge on top. And the Braves here will take it out baseline right side. Hagan to Cauley in the corner. They'll use the dribble to get it to the foul line. Back to Hagan. Got to do something quick. Off the dribble. Works his way in. Fade away. Not there. Rebound. Back to Baker. Puts it back up and in. And a timeout quickly by the Braves. Carter Baker got just his second bucket of the night. But a big one there with 10.4 left. And, the Cats in a situation where even if you foul, it's still just a 1-and-1.
Right. That was a huge possession.
They got pretty aggressive there, but no calls, no whistles. And now Cambridge with 10.4 seconds to go again. You have to negotiate full court pressure. So if you're in the defensive huddle here, you're saying, get the steal, you don't get the steal, you get the foul.
You have to foul. I mean, there's only 10 seconds left. So even if you don't foul, you're still going to have struggle getting down the floor with 10 seconds to get a shot off. And if he makes both free throws, you're down 4, so you need 2 possessions anyway. So you're going to have to go for the steal. And if you don't, you have to foul. So either way, you take your I always love putting people at the foul line and making them make foul shots with the time stopped. However, you're down 2. If he makes 2, the game's over. Most likely he's not going to make 2. He's probably only going to make 1 to give you a chance to come back and shoot a 3. So it's all in how you look at it, I guess. Depends on who you're going to foul. If it's one of the better foul shooters, then you may as well foul him or try to go for the steal. If it's one of the less foul shooters, then you may as well foul him right away.
Yeah, it's my first game. I must be a rookie tonight. I put all my scoring into my fourth period box, so I can't tell you the difference between the fourth period and the overtime, but I can tell you the Cats are 10 of 11 at the foul line in the fourth period and overtime.
Yes, been making our free throws, and I got a sneaky suspicion we're going to get fouled here and make a couple more.
Perkins looking, gets it into court, and they'll hack him immediately, and that's a good foul for the Cats. Dominic tonight been to the line a couple of times, and he's knocked the majority of them down, and last year one of the better free throw shooters for the Bobcats. Will get a chance here, and he'll shoot 2. You make them both a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you make them both games over. I mean, they're not going to come down and score twice in 8 seconds.
Dominic Cork to the line here with 2 free throws. Bobcats only have Perkins on the line, and his first one off the back of the rim and bounces away.
Okay, so now things change, right?
The three-point play becomes a tying shot.
And Indian Valley's out of timeouts here, so they can't set up a play. They're going to have to know how to get down the floor. You got to get Bond and Slaughter here back on defense.
Cats have 1 timeout left, second free throw up and good. So that's huge, but now Ivy needs a 3 to tie. Inbound to Shooty. 8 on the clock. Cats have fouls to give. Shooty gets up a shot, no good. Pulled down by Perkins. And that is going to go in the win column for the Bobcats. 62-59, your final score. A come-from-behind win, very similar to the one we saw in Game 1 today, where Shenandoah comes from behind and picks up the win. Tonight, the Bobcats do an instant replay. 62-59, your final score. Cambridge with the W tonight. And we'll have another round of games for you tomorrow. We want you to stay tuned for a moment, though. We'll get our stats, our scoring in order, and check out tomorrow's action right after these messages.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
ABC Wednesday, November 11th. This is the live music event you've been waiting for all year long.
It's country music's
biggest night. The CMA Awards, with live performances by Miranda Lambert, Luke Combs, Maren Morris, Eric Church, plus an epic collaboration, Thomas Rhett featuring Reba McEntire, Hillary Scott, and Chris Tomlin. And so many more. Reba McEntire and Darius Rucker host the CMA Awards live.
Wednesday, November 11th, 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Chronic issues do not disappear just because COVID is here. Whether you've been experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Our patients' health and safety is our top priority, and we currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to our facility, we're following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all that our team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Welcome back to Gene Ford Court and the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. End of day one games, and boy, right out of the chute, a couple of classic games today. Game one earlier today, varsity-wise, Shenandoah coming from behind, a 67-66 win over Tusky Valley in game two this evening. The Bobcats coming from behind, 13 down in the second half, a big fourth quarter comeback, 20-8. They outscored the Braves and win in overtime, 62-59. And couldn't ask for a better day. And having two great games like this, and
yeah,
it may not have been pretty basketball. And if you're a fan or a parent, as some people may have been, but just purely wanting to watch basketball and see good looking, close down to the wire games.
Yeah.
You had that today.
That's for sure. Yeah, you got to preface, was it really a good game? It was a close game.
It was a close game. I guess that's what we should say. Two close games today. And, of course, game two tomorrow. And how many times has teams going to have to go back-to-back a couple of, both teams taking it to the limit tonight in both games. So we'll do this again tomorrow. And tomorrow's schedule, just to kind of catch everybody up on this, tomorrow we start again 3 in the afternoon, Shenandoah JV versus Indian Valley, and at 4:30 Shenandoah Indian Valley. Again, all that action right here on WWKC, and we'll have it for you streaming video on YRP TV. And at 6:30 the Cambridge JVs, Tusky Valley JVs, and then following up with the Cambridge and Tusky Valley varsity contests. And you'd like to think that both teams will have a little better handle on it. All the teams that tomorrow, after, getting through the action today, I'm not sure, though. Is that going to be the case? I don't know if you're going to get a handle on it between now and then.
No, you know better than that. But, playing two games back-to-back, you always got to worry about some conditioning and their legs going to be out from under them. Usually that second game gets a little bit sloppier, but I don't know how it could get any sloppier than what we saw in this game tonight with the Cats, at least, And I don't think that, look, nothing against Indian Valley, but they really struggled last year with only 4 wins, and I don't know, how much improvement that they've made. I'm sure that Coach Herman's going to make them improve, but I wouldn't say that this is probably Indian Valley's best team. And if you put the two teams together, 9 times out of 10, I'd take the Cats in this particular matchup. But when you play toward your competition, you let inferior teams be able to play with you, and it becomes an overtime game like that. And the Cats didn't shoot the ball real well, but we turned it over. We made it a real sloppy game.
Well, and we talked a little bit about the Cats pushing the tempo a little bit, and with that you get in your head, that clock in your head goes a little quicker, and you force yourself to maybe take quicker shots than you want to. You get out of position a little bit more, and you take the first shot that may come to you more than you want to.
Yep.
But some of the things, let's accentuate the positive here at the end of this one. It was a Bobcat victory, 62-59 overtime. And in the fourth quarter in overtime, Cambridge 11-13 at the free throw line. That's huge tonight as the Cats drop about 75% of their free throw shots as a team. Only 3 threes all night, and that's something certainly that they can improve on. They took a lot of them, though.
They did take a thought. I got us with 24 threes on the night, actually 12 in each half.
3 for 24 is not a good statistic.
That's going to change things real quick. I mean, you're talking about 15% from 3-point land. So, a good high school team's going to shoot 35. So that you're off quite a bit there. But again, hopefully as the season goes on, you're going to be able to shoot a little bit better. But we've got really three or four guys that can knock down threes. It's going to be tough for each game for each one of them to be cold and not make shots.
No, they were all cold tonight.
But tonight, and again, back to the pace of the game. If you're going to play that really fast-paced offense, it's going to be really tough to make threes because you're out of position, your feet aren't set, you're not ready to shoot the ball, and you're trying to rush. So, you've put all those things together, and you're not going to have a good night shooting.
Let's take a quick look at the scoring there for the Braves. Pretty balanced for the Braves tonight. Isaac Klasner hit 3 threes, 16 points on the night for him. A couple of threes late there to keep his team in at 15 for Sam Cawley. He was a force inside early, but from the fourth period on and into overtime, only 2 points. So he had 13 of those 15 in the first 3. 10 for Lucas Hagan, and he had a lot of those early and then got in foul trouble. 11 for Grant Schutte, all of those through the first 3. Then 5 for Carter Baker, and 2 for Gavin Henry. 5 threes on the night for the team, and I have them 4 of 7 at the line. I don't know what that adds up to. I got too confused at the end. For the Bobcats tonight, pretty balanced scoring there as well. Dominic Cork, monster game. He put the Bobcats on his back and carried him in that fourth period. 20 points there. He finished 4 of 7 at the line. An uncharacteristic outside shooting night for him. He didn't hit a 3, but he was dominant in the paint tonight as he took that low block away and just hammered home some baskets. Sean Perkins struggled for 3 periods but showed up late. 16 points on the night, only had 5 at the end of 3 periods, so he was hot late. 5 of 5 at the line in that fourth period in overtime. Did knock down an early 3. 11 for Caleb Bond, pretty steady game there. Hit a couple threes, 3 of 4 late in the game. Caden Moore off the bench for 5 points tonight. And that kind of completes the Cat scoring. As you said, only 3 threes, but I got them hitting 15 to 21 at the line. And that's kind of where they won the game tonight, outscoring in Valley in that fourth period 20-8 after being down 13. And then in the overtime, jumping out ahead and outscoring them 8-5 and coming up with the W.
And you saw why, right? You got to the foul line. And you knocked down your free throws, but why did you get to the foul line? Because you were working in the paint. And I'm telling you, Dominic Cork cannot be stopped inside of 8 feet. You just can't do it. So if he's so dominant with the ball in his hands in that 6 to 8 foot range, you saw how he got up and he got that little hook shot too. And he's already 6'5", and by the time he jumps up in the air, he's 8 foot tall. Yeah. That's tough to be able to stop that. And he makes those shots. He's got such a nice soft touch at the rim, and he can knock down his free throws. And when you have a guy doing that, and then Sean being able to slash to the basket to be able to get to the hole and then dump to him too, you got a pretty good combination there. And so we need to make sure that we can build off of that. I understand that we're trying to run some fast-paced things and work out some things and see if we can shoot from outside, but you see where we took over that game by putting him on that block.
Oh, I think that's where the Bobcats made their move. Obviously, when it's not working outside, getting it inside. And a couple of key statistics tonight. We know the Cats didn't shoot well. The Braves struggled at times shooting, but turnovers, the Achilles heel for the Cats last year, They had some turnovers at untimely times, had a lot tonight as well. And that cold shooting period, Cats scored 16 in the first, 11 in the second, 7 in that third period. They were down 2 at halftime, came out in that third period, could not get anything to go, but then they lighted up in the fourth period. They were able to turn it on, and they'll get better at that post feed. I think they'll have to.
Well, you're going to have to. And again, with Valentine and Cork and Perkins, those three on the block are going to be really tough to beat. And they all share the ball pretty well with each other, too. But, credit the Cats for stepping up their defensive play a little bit in the second half, too. Pretty sloppy defense there for the first half and some of the third quarter, too. But, as the game went on, we started to play a little bit better defensively. And probably because we made Indian Valley get in a half-court set, which we really didn't do that for 3 quarters. So we didn't have a chance really to play a lot of half-court defense. But something to work on, right? I mean, you're going to go back and watch the film and see some holes for sure on that press defense. But credit the Cats defense for stepping up there in that fourth quarter.
Shoot me with a couple of our key stats here at the end. I don't know if we got shooting, turnovers, and rebounding was pretty huge for the Cats in that second half.
Huge rebounding. I got Dominic with 4, 7, 10. I got him with 12 rebounds on the night, 6 of those in the second half. But pretty balanced, really. I got him with, offensively and defensive rebounds. So he was our leading rebounder I've got with 12, and he had 6 on both sides,
big
offensively and defensively.
Big double-double
huge
for him.
Double-double, and that's something that you're going to see pretty frequently this year from Cork. I mean, he's put in a heck of a lot of work and to improve, but again, with him being able to be the force inside, we're not just talking about offensively. You can see how he can dominate a game on the defensive side too. And Brock had 6 rebounds I've got here. So those are the 2 guys that got a lot of rebounds. And of course, Valentine was in a lot of foul trouble in the first half and didn't get a lot of minutes there and down the stretch as well. So he was good on that rebounding side as well. But the turnovers that you had mentioned, I got us at 16, and that's something we certainly need to improve. And that's going to happen with moving up and down the floor as fast as we were. But
slow it down a little bit.
Slow it down a little bit. But in the half-court set, how many times did we turn it over trying to do too much too?
Yeah.
So those are things that we're going to improve upon, and we're going to need to improve upon, because especially once you get in that half-court set, it's not time to turn the ball over now. I'm fine with turning it over once in a while, getting up and down the floor, because good things are going to happen. But once you get the ball in your half-court set with the guys we have that can dominate the half-court game, we need to make sure we're taking care of the ball.
Hey, we got to rest up because it'll be a long day again tomorrow.
It's going to be a real long day tomorrow.
We want to thank you for joining us today. I want to thank Tracy Lingenfelder backstation, Joel Lasigo, and great job here tonight. You got all kind of technology going on over there, and I can't even figure out what most of it is, but it's working, and we like it. So thanks for handling that and getting that set up. We'll be back here tomorrow afternoon. Game 1 will kick off about 4:30, and that, as we said, is going to be Shenandoah in the Valley. Game 2 about 8 o'clock, Cambridge-Tusky Valley. We'll be on the air about 15 minutes before that. Those games down to the wire, both of them today. We expect more of the same tomorrow. Join us here on YRP-TV or ABC Facebook or WWKC. And for Joel, for Tracy, for John, I'm Bill Kafuri. Tomorrow, basketball all day long.
It's basketball season.
Gene?
High school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Southeastern Med, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, Papa John's Pizza, Doan Ford, the Farmers and Merchants Bank, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, and WB Green Insurance. This has been a presentation of ABC Communications.